All right, today we're going to talk about the invisible cages all around us in the modern world. But what if I told you the key to unlocking real, true abundance isn't sitting in a bank vault? What if it's an ancient intelligence hiding right under our feet? Let's get into it. You know, this quote from Owen Cook, man, it just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? We're living in a jungle, for sure, but it's not a jungle of vines and tigers. It's a jungle of notifications, expectations, and obligations. A system that seems perfectly designed to just devour our most valuable resources, our time, our focus, and our energy. For so many of us, life feels exactly like this, a modern cage. The sources we're digging into today describe it as being like a battery for the Matrix, where you've got a bear trap clamped on your leg. You want to move, you want to build something amazing, but you just can't. Something's holding you in place, just slowly draining you. So what does being trapped in that cage actually feel like? Well, it's not some vague idea. Your time, your focus, it all just gets eaten up by the system. You end up as what some of these sources call an emptied out husk, totally disconnected from your own vision. Your entire nervous system gets wired for scarcity and fear, pushing you into groupthink and pulling you away from what you actually truly want. Okay, so how do we get out? This is where our whole exploration takes a really sharp turn, because the solution we're going to look at isn't some new productivity hack or a different financial strategy. No, it's something way more ancient, way more fundamental. The mycelial key. Yeah, we're talking about fungi. But hold on, we're not just talking about the mushrooms you see on the ground. We have to go deeper. We have to look underground to a vast, ancient, planetary scale intelligence. Mycelium. The brilliant mycologist Paul Stamets calls it the neurological network of nature. And that's exactly what it is. It's not just some root system, it's a conscious underground web. And what's wild is that its structure, its blueprint, is everywhere. We see it in the neural pathways of our own brains, the structure of the internet, and even the cosmic web of the entire universe. Now, if you want to really grasp the incredible scale of this intelligence, just look at this number. There is a single living organism, a mycelial mat in Oregon, that covers 2,200 acres. It's thousands of years old. And get this, we share more than half of our DNA with fungus. They even breathe oxygen, just like we do. We are deeply, profoundly connected to this network. And this deep, deep connection brings us to a really powerful idea from Stamets. The sheer intelligence and interconnectedness of mycelium suggests something huge, that maybe, just maybe, we are all part of one giant shared consciousness. Okay, rewiring for abundance. So if mycelium is this incredible key, how in the world do we actually use it to unlock our own minds and finally break the programming of that cage? Now here is the core of the problem, and it's an inside job. For a lot of us, our childhood experiences, hearing your parents argue about bills or constantly being told we can't afford that, it flooded our developing nervous systems with stress chemicals. Our bodies literally learned to feel unsafe around money and wealth. So we ended up with this subconscious program that actually sabotages opportunities for abundance. And this is where psilocybin, the fruit of the mycelium, enters the picture. Think of it like a hard reset for your brain's operating system. First, it kicks off something called neuroplasticity, which helps break those old, rigid thought patterns. Second, it can help dissolve the ego, the conditioned self, so you can actually see the programming running in the background. And third, while your brain is in this super flexible state, you can consciously install new beliefs based on self-worth, sovereignty, and real abundance. This is the shift we're talking about. It's a total transformation. You go from broadcasting a frequency of scarcity and lack to broadcasting one of value. You stop being an effect of the world, just reacting to things, and you become the cause in your own life. You shift from a low vibration state of fear to a high vibration state of potential, and that's how you unblock the flow of abundance. All right, architects of reality. This kind of internal rewiring, well, it has massive implications because it forces us to step back and ask a really fundamental question. What kind of reality are we actually living in anyway? So the sources we're looking at present two totally competing views of reality. On one hand, you have the fine-tuned universe, a world full of order and potential where the laws of physics seem perfectly calibrated to support life. On the other hand, you have the matrix, a parasitic system of control designed to just extract your energy, a reality that, according to one source, basically sees you as a useless eater. So which one is it? Which reality is the true one? Well, here's the crucial point, the absolute game changer, your internal state, your mindset, your frequency. That becomes the deciding factor. Your perception doesn't just passively interpret reality, it actively creates the reality that you experience. This quote really gets to the heart of it. It suggests that this creative force, the thing that shapes the universe, isn't some distant thing out there. It's a core that exists inside every single one of us, just waiting to speak, waiting to create through our actions. So let's bring this all home. Your universe to choose. This whole journey leads us to one place, personal power. It's about breaking the spell and taking full responsibility for the world you're going to build, starting from the inside out. And this, right here, is the ultimate takeaway. True wealth, real abundance. It isn't about how much money you have in the bank. The real prize is spiritual liberation. It's the freedom, the sovereignty, to consciously choose your own paradigm and finally break free from the cage. So, we'll leave you with this question to really think about. If your mind is the architect and your beliefs are the building blocks, what kind of reality are you going to build?